Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, to take a look at your upcoming weekend and your Christmas forecast. How's traveling conditions throughout the Midwest? Right now, I think it's going to be pretty nice. I'll show you here in just a minute. But first, let's take a look at your Friday. Well, it's going to get a little bit chillier again. We're going to be below normal across most of this area, and that's going to extend down into northern Florida as well. So you can kind of see here just about everyone again, pretty much below normal across most of the country. By Saturday, though, we see a little bit of a warm up here in the Midwest, so we're going to be a bit above normal. That could put us closer to 50 degrees. Normal's right now in the lower 40s across the Ohio Valley. It's certainly colder up to the north. But I want you to keep an eye on this area here. That's the Arctic air. Now, that's on Saturday. Watch what happens here on Sunday. It dips a little bit further south, but not really that far south. So it's going to be a little chilly here on Sunday, but the really Arctic cold air is going to be heading off into this direction. Now, this is on Sunday. Notice the warm-up that's happening down here along the Gulf Coast. Now let's take a look at Christmas Eve. Notice the warm air now starting to work its way more towards the east, building nice in the central U.S. It's going to be a little bit chillier, but not too bad here in the Ohio Valley. Notice what happens here on Christmas Day. It really kind of pushes its way in. I think those of us in this area of the country could see one of the warmer Christmases in some time. So it's going to be fairly nice, good for traveling conditions. The real Arctic air, again, staying up pretty much up towards the north. Then a quick look of the next weekend. Of course, you'll be heading back. Well, it's not going to be too bad. Again, the really cold Arctic air staying up to the north. That's going to produce some lake effect snows across the Great Lakes region. The warm air is still pretty much locked in the southern half of the country, at least east of the Rockies. Okay, precipitation, that's key now. This is on your Friday, a real mess as you head up towards the northeast. Lots of lake effect snows across most of the Great Lakes region and the west coast getting pounded. By Saturday, that energy starts working its way out a little bit. It takes a little bit of the moisture out. The mountains will do that, kind of wrings it out like a sponge. We have another system up towards the north. But notice again, the storm track is more towards the west to the east. By Sunday, it's going to be fairly nice, not too bad for driving conditions. The west coast, though, lots of energy, and it's going to be tough. So basically, if you're going to be traveling on the weekend, the northeast could be a problem as well as the west coast. By Christmas Eve, notice what happens. The west coast getting pounded, lots of precipitation, little bit of moisture across the Midwest, but notice the warmer temperatures that are going to be here, so I don't really expect any snow. So driving conditions on Christmas Eve should not be a problem across most of the country. Come Christmas Day now, again, the West Coast, not a place to go. If you're there, well, you're going to need your rain jackets, certainly in the higher elevations, lots of snow going on there for you. This is Christmas also across the northern tier of states, but the rest of us, not too bad for some driving conditions. And then the following weekend, now looking at Saturday, still not too bad, fairly quiet across the area with the exception of the west coast. Now, this is kind of a rule of thumb. When you see the west coast getting hit pretty hard, that means weather conditions are moving more from the west to the east. We call that a zonal flow, and so you're looking at more modified temperatures, nothing really Arctic coming down because, again, the jet stream is moving in this direction. So right now, over the next couple of days, it doesn't look all that bad for your holiday traveling ideas. So anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. Make sure that you're getting ready for Christmas. It's just right around the corner. I'm George, the Weather Dad.